Happy Mother's Day, magical gangsters, to all my magical gangstar mothers out there. I know you're the best. I know you got a raw deal on this. You know, a lot of people have to, not get to experience Mother's Days the way they should, and these demonic bitches are, being taken out, and enjoying themselves. But listen, it's all gonna catch up. All that hatefulness, it's all coming back. People know what they are. Doesn't matter who they're at, what they are. They got there by hook or crook. Okay, so you do things the right way. We don't want to be in, these type of relationships that these witches, these people that thought that they were taking from us, how they have it. They think that we're going to sit there and say, oh my God, I wish I could be like. We don't give a fuck, we tell them. All right, brother, we don't tell. We say it's enjoy yourself. Your time's up, okay? We know it. You know it. And it's just going to be a matter of time. Because remember, the gangsta magician loves what he does and does what he loves. And he loves being here with you because you are the best. No matter what. No matter what you've been through. I don't care. Doesn't matter. It's already done. It's in the past. Anything in the past is in the past. You're not going to say something about, especially when somebody's, who they're supposed to be, and there's no more projections on them. You're not going to say, oh, boy, they used to be like this, and 22 years ago, I remember. It's like, brother, beat it. Is that the best you got? That's what Archangel Michael said. Is that the best they got? Is that they could just say what you did in the past? They could just hope that sticks? Hope something, make up something embarrassing, exaggerate a story? Is that what they think is gonna, that's all they got? And we laugh at them. We laugh at you. We laugh at you because that's all they got against you. Okay, and that's why we're balancing our chakras like crazy over here. We love it. Okay, everything's falling in place. All the negative energy is falling its way out. All the positive energy is coming in. The cat says hello. He says, hello, how are you? He says, nice. He says, a little dreary out this Sunday, but it's all right. He said, gotta go to work. Gotta go wait, serve the mothers. We gotta serve. Sir, I'm here to serve you. Okay, so, what can I get for you? What can I offer you? Would you like a beverage, cocktail, glass of wine, perhaps? So, let's see, what do we got? What are we working with? Let's go and see what's in your energy. Right or wrong. Let's go. Let's get going. Okay, God, please and thank you. What's in our magical gangstar's energy here? Please and thank you. Okay, so of course you got this Knight of Swords energy. You're action-oriented. You're ambitious, driven to succeed. You are strong, energetic, and ready to take on the world. That's you. Yes, you are. Okay, why? Because you got this King of Pentacles here with you. It's your manager, okay? This is going to be the person who manages you. Okay, and how they manage is they take care of the money part. They make the arrangements. Remember, you're the gang star of the show. This person, you need somebody to make your travel plans for you. You need somebody to, book and, do things like they handle money. We don't deal with money. We let the King of Pentacles, they'll take care of that. Right, King of Pentacles? He says, yeah, absolutely. So that's what I do. I said, yep, that is what you do. That's why you're here, I said. And I gave him an open hand smack, but then the King of Wands told me, no, don't do that. And I said, yeah, you're right. Okay, he says, because I'm a visionary. I see the big picture. The King of Wands is also here with us. They know how action-oriented and ambitious you are. This King of Wands says, use your dynamic energy as of a leader, okay? They said, they see the big picture here. They said the big picture is that you are the future. You are the one you're the one who brings the fun, is what they said. And then and then you guys high-fived. All right, because remember, Nine of Wands, you're very brave, you're very courageous, they said. They seen what you went through. They seen you come out of it like, wow, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? That's what people are going to ask you. You're just going to say, well, I just really worked hard. You're going to give them some bullshit story. Okay, because believe in yourself and have a courage to continue. Yes, you do. You never not. You always had, because you never gave up. They could not break you. Okay, and that's why this cycle is complete with this world. That's why a new world is here, because they could not break you. The fact that they could not break you means that you have broken through this cycle. Everything you've worked for is coming together, it says. Okay, and look at this. And now you also have an Ace of Cups here, because you're a Nine of Cups. Your wish comes true. Wow, that's a good spread. Oh, listen to this. There's one more. And who is it? This Empress at the end. Wow. Yes, I love this. I love this spread. Open your heart and receive the emotions around you, this Ace of Cups says. The Empress says, be happy with the results of your actions. They're all coming together now. You got that unconditional love here. Beauty. Very beautiful. You got this King of Wands, King of Pentacles. I like that mixture, actually. King of Wands, King of Pentacles. It could be two people. This could probably maybe be, you know, it could be, it's an older, I think the King of Wands may be an older energy, though. Maybe it could be like your counterpart's father, or it could be like your boss. It's boss, somebody who's the boss. It could be a mob boss, who knows, okay? King of Pentacles, they handle the business. They're good at business. Somebody who like went to school for this. Just naturally good at this. And then you got your Empress here, okay? They manage the Empress, the star of the show. And they bring the love here with this Ace of Cups because the cycle's complete. They know how action-oriented and ambitious this Empress is. They see how brave and courageous they are. I mean, what else is there to say? That's a nice spread. King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, the World, Ace of Cups. Don't get better than that, I don't think. I mean, it could, but that's still pretty damn good, you know. So let's get going here. Let's see let's elaborate further. Okay, let's find out what's going on with this King of Wands, this King of Pentacles. When are they going to make something happen? Because we need them to do something. They need to make something happen. We've done enough. Okay, we birthed whatever this is. Now they have to, you know, they have to protect it now. Okay. They're the ones who manifested this. They're the ones who planted this seed. Okay, and now they want to, you know, either they could run, be a coward, and leave us all alone, or they could be, you know, a real masculine energy and do the right thing. We'll see. Okay, I mean, that's up to them. If they don't do the right thing, you didn't want them anyway. We don't want cowards. We don't want cowards around us. They can't be around us anyway, because you're the farthest thing from a coward. Alright, so let's get going. What do we got here, God? Please and thank you for our magical gangsters, the best of the best, especially our mothers out there, the best of the best. We're, you know, abused by these demons, these son of a bitches. Okay, we even birthed some demons. Ain't that something? Okay, so what do we got here? Let's get going, please and thank you. So yeah, well, everybody knows you're the gang star of the show. I already said this. You're the gang star of the show. That's why you're being managed. Okay, you're the Empress. Okay, that's what it is. You have a manager. Every star has a manager. Okay, this is how you stay in control. I mean, it's not even about that. It's just about the fact of the bullshit that, you know, you can't do everything. That's what it comes down to. You cannot do everything. You could try, but it's always going to be very difficult. You may burn out. Okay, you have to really not give a fuck to become this star. All your dreams are coming true. You know why all your dreams are coming true? Because you don't give a fuck no more. Because you don't care. Okay, because if you were like over there caring like that, this would never happen. They got you to the point where you're just like, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care what happens. You know what I mean? And you just have doing my own thing, and that's the end of it. Now people see you as a star. Where you been? They said. We said, don't call it a comeback, brother. We've been here for years, okay? And they said, well, yeah, with this Knight of Pentacles energy, too. Very hardworking. We were very efficient. We were very responsible. You didn't see us? Where'd you think we were? What'd you think we were doing all these years? Nothing? I mean, this is what the fuck's... But according to other people, yes, that's what it is. You're crazy, they said. You're crazy. You don't know what's going on. You can't take care of yourself. That's what they tell people. Ain't that something? So what do we need to know with this star, though? Okay, we know that this 7 of Cups in reverse, that the star is not an option, that's for sure. Okay, there is no confusion. You are the star of this show. You are the gang star. I mean, come on, man. How are you going to say otherwise? Nobody could even stop you. They can't say nothing. Your energy's too fucking small. It's too solid, okay? They wanted that in the worst way, but they needed you not to know what you were capable of. This is why this devil's been coming at you, because this devil knows that you're one of the few people in this world that can fight him and take him down, okay? And it's because you have both the light and the dark inside of you. You have it completely balanced. 50-50 dark, and that puts you in a good spot, my friend. Because as we seen earlier, that's why the cycle is complete here with this world. I mean, there's no option. You're not the option. They tried to make you like you were an option, like they have other stars here. Somebody else that could replace you. Somebody else that's better than you. Of course they had that. Of course because they could control certain stars. They couldn't control you. They weren't going to humiliate you. They weren't going to do no humiliation rituals on you. They weren't going to make you tell you have to take it. Okay, if you want to be who they want you to be. Now you said, nah, I'm going to start. I'm going to do it my way. Like Frank Sinatra told you. He said, do it your way. And we said, yeah, we will. And we gave him a high five, me and Frank Sinatra. Good guy. He says, do it your way. All right, so yeah, we got this star who's doing it their way, who's not being seen as an option. 7 of Cups reverse. What else do we need to know? Oops. Okay, bang! Here's another one here for you, because this cycle is complete with the world here, okay? It is complete. There's nothing anybody's going to say, okay? Because everything you have worked for is coming together. It's over. It's done for them, okay? You did it. You're not an option. There's no confusion. There's no illusions. You are the gangstar of this show, and you always will be, and you always have been. And that's why this cycle is complete. Cards don't lie. That is the truth, all right? And the reason is because you're this gangstar magician, of course. Everybody knows you're the magical gangstar of this situation. Because remember, you can make your imagination real. You got the creative power here, okay? You have that you can adapt to anything. You're the star. It's who you are. Magician, star, gang, star. I mean, where do you think this comes from? Where do you think I get this stuff from? You know? You are a magical gangstar. And the cycle's complete now. You're not an option. Okay? Because look, you know who said that? This King of Cups they did. They told me, they said, let me tell you something, brother. He says, I look just like George Washington, and I think you're the best. And he gives you a kiss. That's what he says. That's what he gives you, okay? Because he said, support yourself before you can support others. And we said, King of Cups, we're tired of hearing you say that, okay? Because we have been. And then we gave him an open hand smack, kicked this King of Cups in their ass, but we told him they could stay. Because listen, here's the deal. This King of Cups did, listen to the wrong people. But there is a King of Pentacles, a King of Wands here. So this can be your emperor. But this is your counterpart on this wonderful Mother's Day. In the upright, which we're happy to see. And now somebody's heartbroken over this. Somebody's heartbroken that this King of Cups sees you as the only option. They said they always did. They said they wanted it to play. They said, look how much better it played out for you. They said, imagine if they just chose you right off the bat. They said, you would have never became this gangstar, would you? How would you? Magical gangster, how would you have become this way? I mean, and it's like, it had to be done this way. This is the way this was going to manifest down here. This is what you agreed to manifest. This is what it is. This is what it is when you're an 8th house crew. You got to go through crazy, crazy stuff, okay? But here's the thing, though. You have a chariot here, okay? So you have this 2026 chariot, limited edition, fully loaded, okay? And your means movements here. You have success. You have had success in the face of difficulty. Yes, you have. It wasn't easy. That's what I'm saying. You didn't go through an easy route. You didn't sign up for an easy. This is 8th house route. It's the hardest fucking route to go through, okay? It's just, that's the way it is. This is all through astrology. This is all your energy. This is all comes down to. Everything is energy. Once you learn that, once you understand that, and you keep remembering that, it makes life a lot easier for you. There's a lot of ways to, balance this energy too. There's a lot of ways to raise your frequency. There's a lot of ways to raise your vibration. There's a lot of ways to protect yourself. And I tell it to you daily, okay? It's up to you what you're going to do with it, okay? If you want to take it seriously or not. But at the end of the day, 5 of Cups, somebody here is very much pessimistic. They're going to regret that this King of Cups sees you as a star, that this chariot here is moving along, that you're not being seen as an option, that the cycle is complete with you. You're not dealing with this bullshit anymore. You are the star now. So, what else is going to happen here? All right, so you have this 8 of Cups in reverse, though. So that's going to be pretty much the issue. So somebody wants to hold on. Somebody wants to keep going. Somebody doesn't want to let go. Okay, this King of Cups, I think, is trying to walk away from something. But this, person, whoever took this King of Cups from you, this temporary success, they want to keep holding on. They don't feel this is right. They feel like they're getting a bad deal here, like that you're screwing them over. They're trying to say that you're the problem. That's what they're still trying to go with. So that's what's delaying it. But it just makes it better for you in the end, because this person wants to hold on tonight. They're just going to have to deal with the Tower of Terror. Okay, because the King of Wands is here. And the King of Wands is not going to let this person interfere in your fucking situation, especially with this King of Cups. No, no, no. This King of Wands is very much wanted this King of Cups to be happy for a long time, and now sees that this King of Cups happy is not going to let this character come in here and make them unhappy. It's not going to happen. Right? Yes, that's right, King of Wands. They said, yep, that's right. So we don't play games with the King of Wands. King of Wands is not somebody, we're not on that, we don't joke, we don't play games with them. Okay, they're a very serious person. Treat them with nothing but respect. Okay, King of Cups on the other hand, give them an open hand smack a lot of times. Alright, but here's the thing though. There's a Knight of Wands in reverse energy. So, somebody's not fearless or adventurous like you. Okay, they're coming off very evil-minded, cruel, bigoted, hurried, careless. They're having a disregard for consequences here. They think they're a big shot still. But it's like, we're showing you, you're nothing. So, who are we even dealing with, though? That's the thing. Who is this Four of Cups that's getting rejected over here? Okay, they just want to keep going now. But they want to keep holding, like, they think that they're going to, like, negotiate, tell this King of Cups that to stay with them, and they'll let this person... you know what I mean? Like, they could be with you, but just still stay with them. Like, this is what they're trying to sell. They're trying to sell this person, like, with that. This person's laughing at them. They're saying, what a joke you are. Okay, you really think I'm going to stay? And, like, is this person trying to offer them all this money, saying, or trying to blackmail them now about money or businesses or something? Okay, but here's the thing now. You're this Queen of Swords. You have boundaries, so ain't nobody going to come in here and say nothing about you. Ain't nobody going to fucking come in here and get you to think otherwise, okay? Because you have these boundaries. This Queen of Swords is what made you into this star. I mean, because these people have been siphoning your energy for all these years, and now that you know what's happening, you're able to do something about it, okay? Your clear communication expresses what's best for all. You're not, you look for what's best for all. You're a good leader because the reason why is because you do what's best for everybody, okay? Because a bad leader does what's best for them. They don't do what's best for everybody, okay? And there's a lot of those out there. And people have found themselves in that situation. But here's the thing. You're still this Queen of Cups. That's your default. This Queen of Swords protects this Queen of Cups very, very, very seriously. They take this very seriously. They don't like when people play games with the Queen of Cups. And now this King of Cups is understanding that very clearly, and that's why you're not being seen as not an option, because this King of Cups had a lot of people around him saying that you were, worthless, that, all you know how to do good is love, that why would anybody love this King of Cups as much as you do? Like, there must be something wrong with you because people aren't like this. That's what they try to keep saying. People aren't like you. You must be hiding something. So then they just created their own stuff. They created their own dirt and thought you were just going to go with it. And you said, no, I'm not going to go with it. I'm a Queen of Swords. Remember that, okay? And that's why Three of Cups. You're celebrating here, okay? People want to be around you. You bring good to the table. You show people that who you really are and who these people that came against you really are. Actually, these people showed. They did it all. You didn't have to do anything. All you did was be yourself. They put you on display. They thought you were going to be humiliated. No, it's them that's going to be humiliated this time. Because you're too balanced with this temperance. Because they wanted you to roll around the mud with them. They wanted to, get you in a situation where maybe you were like a little, busy or tired or whatever it was. And then challenge you in some type of way to like, hopefully making you act out in a way to where they can say, see, look, they're great. Like, and then have it like filmed. And then that's just what they thought. But they can't get to you. That's the thing. And you won't allow it anyway. You're non-responsive. Even if somebody says something, you're like, I don't care what you say, bro. Really? We don't care what you say. If you want to come here and say some dumb shit, who are you? You're a clown. Because we don't even have time to fucking worry about fucking insulting people. We're trying to build our own self. We're trying to build our own brand. We're not worried about fucking holding people down like these people are. So it's like, we know what you are. So we want you to know. And we're going to let other people know. We're going to make sure they know too, first and foremost. Because that's how they kill their ego. These people have to take a look at themselves now. They have to look at what they're doing, what they become, all to keep you from your divine counterpart. Ain't that something? And they want to say they're not demons, that they're holy. Okay. All right, but here's the thing. They think it's completely unfair, Justin, or reverse, that this is all working out for you. Okay, they think it's an absolute injustice what's happening here, that you're just being seen as a star to show. You don't deserve this, they said. They do. And they were willing to do anything to take it from you. And then act like they deserve it, like they're a good person or something. They present throwing false accusations at you. Okay, whatever you're going to be. It's you're going to be. They're going to clear your name here because this what happened here it really wasn't injustice. But you becoming this Queen of Swords is showing why it's an injustice. And having this Three of Cups energy and then being in the Sun energy, being positive the whole time, being people's happiness. I mean, this is why you're a superstar. This is why you're being seen as the only option. This is why the cycle's complete. This is why this chariot's moving things along. And these people think it's completely unfair that you overcame this. That's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to go down. They want you to stay down. You said you're supposed to stay down. Okay, but you got back up and you said, no, I don't stay down for other, because when we fall down, we get back up. Okay, that's what happens. We dust ourselves off and we get back up. Is it going to be the last time we fall down? No, but it won't be the last time we get up, that's for sure. That's what the Queen of Swords says. Okay, and now we know who you're dealing with. A High Priestess in reverse. Okay, old time witch here. Thinks this is completely unfair. Has no direction. Coming off this, because this is like the epitome of a strong feminine energy at once. This is what they presented, okay, as the ideal thing. So when they seen you come along, the star Queen of Swords, this person became very threatened by you. They had a lot of hidden motives, okay? They didn't want to let go of this King of Cups. All right, they wanted to keep siphoning this energy, okay, and then presenting themselves like they know all, like they're the know-it-all, like they have all, they're the wise one, that they're the one who makes things happen. They're magical. This is what this High Priestess is, the magic. This is just an old-time witch who fucking gets other people to do their bidding for them. It's all you are, High Priestess in reverse. You're nothing, and you knew when you seen us, you fucking. That's when you started to really lose it. We had you, and then you got this person at the beginning too. This person almost was losing it, then they came back. But now they're finished. Now they're going to finish themselves off because they realized that whatever they did didn't work this time. It didn't work. Because this person's magic doesn't work anymore. This is an old-time witch. She's been doing this for a long time. Okay, but Six of Cups, this person knows nothing about love like you do. Okay, that's why the unconditional love you bring to the table has people nostalgic. They want to feel that. They don't want to feel what this, this bullshit, this fear-based tactic this High Priestess in reverse uses. They try to use the appearances. Oh, what are people going to say? Oh my God, what are people going to say? That's what they like to say. What are people going to say? It's like, I was all about them, how they're going to appear. Nobody gives a fuck about this High Priestess in reverse. They never did. They never will. They're worthless. They rely on Emperor reverses, okay, and they fucking hold down other feminine energy. They continue to cycle. They create Empress in reverses, okay. They what's it called? They groom them. They make them into these fucking animal. Like it's just this is what it is. And they start as kids. That's why I have no fucking pity for these High Priestess reverse. They're the ones who corrupt this feminine energy. Turn them into these emperors. Then we have to fucking come in here as this Queen of Swords and show the right way to do things. And this High Priestess in reverse will be eliminated by that. There's no coming back for this person. Maybe an Empress in reverse could come back from something, but not this High Priestess in reverse. No. They're way too far. I'm talking like an old time witch. This is 60, 70, 80, maybe even 90-year-old witch that could be fucking doing this. Still doing it actively. I mean, and acting like that. They're this sweet old lady. Trust me when I tell you. They're not all like that, but a lot of them, some are a little bit more evil looking than others, but it's still, their main objective is to keep down you as a star. They do not want you to be shining here, okay? And you know what? We don't give a fuck. You know why? Because death is here. The end is here for this High Priestess in reverse. Old time witch, it's your time to go. You outlive your usefulness, okay? Because, brother, you were too strong with this strength. Your strength is the reason why the end is here. You get a death this here, because growth always means leaving something behind. And what's getting left behind is you, High Priestess. And they think that's completely unfair. They can't believe this, because they never had to go through this all them years. Think about that, 60, 70, 80. And now they're being seen. And people know. And their bullshit don't work no more. Doesn't work. It don't work. So let's see let's elaborate further. What's gonna happen now? The end this year for this High Priestess in reverse. So that means that the death of this High Priestess in reverse doesn't mean they're necessarily got a death, but whatever they're doing here is ending. I mean, they are old. Remember that. They're evil, they're old, they don't take care of themselves. They present themselves like they They may, but they're dastardly person. They don't care. They don't care about their own body. They don't care about other people's body. This is a person who will groom kids. This is a person who will, you know, anything for money. They will sell fucking. This is a bad person, and they do it all in the shadows, and then present themselves like this, you know, all-knowing fucking mystic or something. That being around them is a fucking privilege or something. That's the way they presented it. But people, I knew what this energy was the whole time. We knew exactly what you were. We knew exactly what you were, Jezamela. Yes, we did. Okay, and what did you have to do? Nothing. There's nothing you could do. Nothing. You gotta bow down, and you will. Because death is here. So what else do we need to know, though? So, I mean, we got this Queen of Swords. We got this King of Cups. This Queen of Swords is being seen as a star, though. This King of Cups sees this star as the only option. Whatever this High Priestess was saying is being seen as null and void. They think it's a complete injustice, though. They want to keep holding on. They want to keep this going because they don't know anything else. But they have no direction. They have no fear. They have no. They're evil-minded. They're bigoted. They're cruel. And they're coming off hurried, okay? Because they are, you know, they lost a step or two over the years. And now that's what they're trying to say, that if who would do this to an old woman is what they're saying. They're trying to use that, to go that route. So why don't we elaborate? Let's move further. Let's find out what's going on here. Let's get a little clarification. Confirmation with the second deck here. God, please, and thank you. Okay, so let's go. All right, so here's the thing now. The Six of Wands is here. So that's telling me that you're going to be, the victory is here. You're going to be publicly recognized, okay? Because your hard work and perseverance have paid off, and you're being recognized for your achievements. I mean, you are the star of the show. You achieved something here, okay? This is all about victory, recognition, financial success, leadership. Being coming off very confident here. This High Priestess reverse, they wanted this energy. They knew that they could never be like this. But now you defeated them, okay? Why did you defeat them? Because you're this full energy. You're pure and you're innocent, okay? Because a fresh start, new beginnings. You are being called to step outside of your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. I am open to beginnings. This is what this person wanted. They didn't want that, okay? The death also is the beginnings, okay? So the end of this High Priestess reverse shows who the real, you know, true feminine energy is. The way it's supposed to be. This High Priestess reverse energy has been holding back the feminine energy for a long time while trying to corrupt King of Cups energies for a long time, divine masculine, by fucking really fucked up ways. But it's all right. The King of Cups they're up. They're upright. They understand movements here. The cycle's complete with this High Priestess in reverse. Six of Wands, you completed. You won. You're the star. That's all that really matters. That's how you win, by being the star of this show. Okay, now look, Three of Swords in reverse. You're really recovering from heartbreak. Somebody's recovering from heartbreak here. I mean, there's some forgiveness. Maybe this King of Cups is, you know, recovering from heartbreak. This is heartbreaking for this King of Cups too. We can't forget that. They've been through a lot. As you, I mean, it might have been a little harder for you, but it's still, that's just the way it was supposed to be. But here's the thing, you have this Ace of Pentacles, so you're getting a financial opportunity. Okay, recovering from heartbreak. You got victory here. The cycle's complete. I mean, you're being recognized as a star. Ace of Pentacles is here. You are on the cusp of a new venture, an opportunity that has potential to bring financial and material prosperity. I am open to receive abundance and prosperity in all areas of my life. Yes, you are. That's why you have boundaries here as this Queen of Swords. That's how you became the star here. That's why the cycle's complete. You don't have to do this anymore. You completed it. This High Priestess reverse cannot. It's over. You having this Queen of Swords energy allows this King of Cups to complete this cycle with this High Priestess in reverse. This one it could be their mother. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is somebody who's been holding this King of Cups, turning into a fucking a dope their whole life, trying to, like, you know, shut whatever it is, mold them into the way they want so they can control them. But the fact is, when you came along, this took power from this High Priestess reverse. So this person did everything possible to keep this King of Cups from you, okay, to make this King of Cups attack you. But then you had to become this Queen of Swords, getting these boundaries, and now you're showing everybody you're the star of the show, and this King of Cups knows that they always knew that. And now this person, this High Priestess reverse, is giving themselves up because of what they were saying, that you weren't this. Because they needed you to stay heartbroken. Okay, you recovered from heartbroken, got you publicly recognized here because you were able to do what you needed to do. You were able to become the star. If you were still heartbroken, you couldn't become a star. You would just be too. They would keep draining your energy. you wouldn't have the motivation to do anything. You need this energy. I mean, this is what they do. They siphon this energy so you don't have it. All right, but here's the thing. They're stuck now. So what else do we need? You're recovering from heartbreak, getting this financial, there's a lot of financial abundance here coming your way. Okay, but here's the thing. There's this Chariot in reverse. So this High Priestess in reverse is telling me that they're trying to force something here. They're trying to, like, be aggressive because they want to keep with this Eight of Cups, keep holding on. But they're lacking control here, especially with this Knight of Wands energy. They think it's completely unfair, though, with this Justice in reverse, that this is an injustice, what's happening to this old lady who's done so much for so many people, they say. They're such a good person, they try to make themselves out to be. But Death said, no, you're not. That's why growth always means leaving something behind, and that's why, the growth of the feminine energy is leaving this High Priestess behind. Because, why? Because the Hangman's here. You're forcing people to see things from another perspective. You're forcing people to see what this High Priestess in reverse is all about. They know what they did, okay? And they have to look at themselves in the mirror. The fact that you're making it this close to them, they need you to attack them, but the fact that you're not attacking this person is allowing this person to create whatever scenarios in their head. They're trying to find ways. They've given themselves up. They already know. You already know they're watching you. You already know they know you know what they are. They thought they were hiding something by being this old fucking time witch. They thought they got away with this. Nope. Didn't happen. Didn't happen that way, right? Because you're being still here as this Queen of Swords. That's the best thing going for you. We love this Queen of Swords. You are the best, Queen of Swords. Your clear communication expresses what's best for all. That's for all feminine energy. Not like this High Priestess. They're the ones in reverse. They're the ones who want to do what's best for them. Not what's best for everybody. What's best for them. They would hold down the entire feminine fucking energy to do what's best for them, to keep themselves on the top, even though they don't deserve this. They do not deserve what this is. The only reason they did this is because they survived this long by being this way. But it's all over for them because death is here, okay? Because why? Because you're this fool. You're pure and innocent. We just saw that earlier, okay? It says you are being called to step outside your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. I am open to new beginnings. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? You deserve it. This is all new for you now. It's a whole new cycle with this world. Whole new world. Why? Because you got this temperance energy. Because you're balanced. You didn't roll around the road with this High Priestess. You didn't yell at them. You didn't scream. You didn't call them out. You know what they did to you, but you didn't make it like you couldn't because they would have said, that's preposterous. I'm a grandmother, for God's sakes. How dare you? You know what I mean? This is what they would say, but they're giving themselves away by how they, how they're carrying themselves now. You see what this person's all about. They're acting fucking crazy. Now people are saying they have dementia. They're babbling about you. People were saying, well, you haven't seen this person in years now. Why are you talking about them? This is what this person, like people, you haven't seen this energy in a long time, but they're still talking about you. Still bad-mouthing you. Still want to hold on. Okay? Still want to hold on, but here's the thing. They're an Eight of Cups. They can't hold on anymore. This Eight of Cups in reverse, they can't because they're getting left behind. They're being seen as a disappointment. You are leaving behind something that no longer serves you in order to pursue a higher calling. This is right to this King of Cups. This is what they're leaving behind, this High Priestess in reverse. I embrace change with courage and optimism is what this King of Cups just told me. Okay, but here's the thing. There's an Eight of Wands here, so things are rapidly approaching. So that's telling me this King of Wands is rapidly leaving this. Okay, this could be somebody who just pops up out of nowhere, just shows up at your job or something. This is somebody who's just going to pop up when you're walking somewhere and say, like, I don't even know if you could reject this person. I don't even know if it's possible, if they would even let you. Especially after the story they have, that they said they want to tell. They got a story to tell. So, I mean, this would help you. This helps you complete the cycle. I mean, you got to choose your enemies. Like, you got to make your enemy. It's just you can't make too many enemies, especially people that want to be allies. But there's a Page of Wands in reverse energy. So, somebody doesn't have limitless potential, though. They're coming off hasty and impatient, prone to tantrums. This is definitely a High Priestess in reverse because now they're not getting what they want. This is the first time in their life they have not got what they want. So, of course, they're going to throw a tantrum. They don't know how to handle rejection. They don't know how to handle loss. They've always got things the way they thought the way it was supposed to be. They thought that they were able to do whatever they want. But here's the thing. The justice is that they're being seen they can't do nothing. Okay, they're being seen as who they really are. They're being seen as and they'll be remembered as an old-time witch. I mean, they thought they were going to gain favor in hell because of this. Like, they were going to get a standing ovation. No, that's not how it's going to go, right? Right, devil character, you're not going to, this high priest universe, you're going to make them suffer for what they did, okay? Because you may be called to make a decision that requires you to weigh the pros and cons carefully. That's why I always say, use your enemies against each other. You got to play them, okay? You can't, you're not going to say be friendly with people, but pick and choose, because a lot of people, they want to be on your good side. And they're bad people, but they want to be on your good side, so they're going to act nice, whatever. Make them do what they got to do to where they take out the other people. Doesn't mean you're going to keep them around eventually. They're going to eventually give up. They think they're helping you. And that's where you get them, okay? If a person could change, maybe if they want to change, they could change, but we know what you are. We know what you did. You're not going to come in here and tell us that you didn't do something. It's just not going to happen. Once you lie to us, we're going to give you 3 chances, though. We know you're going to lie the first time. We already know that. These energies are going to come to you, they're going to lie, they didn't do nothing. They got tricked, blah, blah, blah. That's what they're going to say. We're going to say, give you 2 more opportunities to tell the truth. Tell me, why did you do it? They're going to try maybe one more time to convince you. And you're going to say, I'm going to give you one more opportunity. And I really want you to think before you say something to me. Okay, because remember, I do know what happened. So, I'll give you one more opportunity. This is it, though. It's 3. What happened? Who approached you? Was it Parzini? Or was it Tattalia? Okay, that's all we want to know, okay? Because the justice is, they're all gone, and you're going with them, okay? That's what's happening. We're sending you to Nevada. That's where you're going, okay? You're out of the family business. Yes, you are. Forever. Okay? And that's because 10 of Swords reverse, you recover from this painful ending. That's what it comes down to. This is what it all comes down to. You recovered from this painful ending. Is why this High Priestess in reverse now has to deal with whatever they projected onto you, because you recovered from it. Now they have to deal with this painful ending. That's a shame. Okay, why is though? Because this 5 of Swords energy, because they wanted to win at all costs. This High Priestess in reverse. They were willing to do anything to keep you separated from this King of Cups, to control whatever it is, to keep this fucking negativity going. Okay, but the thing is, winning at all costs really cost this High Priestess in reverse. Cost them everything. Right, Death? He said, yep. He said, that is right. He said, because Ace of Swords in reverse, they had clouded judgment. This person, okay, they were very, they're very confused now. They're coming off, they're babbling. They're saying they got dementia. They're very hostile, prone to tantrums, this High Priestess in reverse is. Okay, but that's only bringing the Tower of Terror, because they're in the Tower of Terror. They never knew that they could have to deal with this. They thought they were going to go out like a champ. Like they thought that they were going to end up leaving this world. They got over. That's what they thought. But no, the Tower says, you may be facing a crisis that will force you to face your fears and let go of what no longer serves you. Okay, High Priestess in reverse, King of Cups. That's what's happening here for these 2. But I think this King of Cups is already, they're going to throw this High Priestess under the bus. This High Priestess, they don't need it. They're worthless now. This is an old-time witch. Nobody cares what happens to this. But get rid of them. What do we want with them? They'll never change. 80-year-old fucking witch. You think they're going to change if they've been doing this all these years? Get the fuck out of here. All right, so what else is going to happen? Is there anything else? What else? Okay, so yeah, they're being seen as a Hierophant in reverse, a corrupt hypocrite, this High Priestess in reverse. This is somebody who at one time, people looked to as for wise, wisdom, tradition, that they had spiritual knowledge. But now they're being seen as a corrupt hypocrite. They're a fraud. They're fake. They have no fucking, no rank now. They have no, this person has been fucking coasting on fucking, they lied on the resume. How about that? And here's the thing. And 4 of Cups, they're being rejected now, this corrupt hypocrite. Because you recovering from this painful ending shows that you are the star of the show. This person could never deal with what they try to put on you. Okay, now it's fucked up. 6 of Wands, though, you won. You recover from heartbreak. 3 of Swords in reverse. The Fool's here. You are pure and innocent. New beginnings are here. This world is here. The cycle's complete. This cloud of judgment, this High Priestess in reverse really cost them. They can't stop this movement. Because death is here to make sure. That's how he creates the fucking, death comes and he's like the main blocker. Okay, so if somebody comes and they're like blocking whatever this is, death comes to unblock it. Okay, this is what he does. That's his job. That's what we do in the 8th house. This is because we expect this already. We know these people, they want to block the divine connections. They want to, because they know that increases the vibration and they get left behind. But how they did it is they took themselves out because they couldn't bring you down with them because you never responded. All you did was recover. It's like you rose from the dead, and now you're looking this High Priestess in reverse in the face, and you said, I know what you did. I recovered. And now this person, what can they say? What can they do? But rot away. I mean, that's just what it is. So what's going to be the end here? Okay, 8 of Wands. This is happening very quickly. This person going to rot away very quickly. Swift action and progress. You are moving forward quickly and making great strides towards your goals. I am ready for rapid progress and growth. Yes, you are. I am ready for rapid progress and growth. Yes, you are. Okay, I said it twice. Because you are. So you have the 7 of Pentacles energy. You're hardworking. You're efficient. You're responsible. I mean, you had a long-term view. It's just like you have been working hard towards a long-term goal. And you are now taking a step back to assess your progress and adjust your strategy. Because, yeah, you had to recover from this painful ending. You got started, and then, yes, it got sidetracked because of this nonsense, but now you're back on track because I trust the natural progression and timing of my efforts and investments. It all is going to come together when it's supposed to. What's meant for you will always find you. They cannot keep this from you. So what's going to be the end here? We know this is, I know exactly where this is. I already think I explained this to the best of my ability. Okay, it's that 9 of Cups in reverse. This was not a wish come true. Whatever this High Priestess in reverse suggested to this King of Cups was not a wish come true. Okay, they pushed this King of Cups to worry about appearances. They said that you were no good, that you were bad for appearances, that you were this, that, and the other thing. They knew you were fake because this person's supposedly all-knowing. They're the ones that create themselves as a real High Priestess. They presented themselves as. They've been living in that energy. That's your energy, okay? Remember that. So they knew that you becoming who you are was going to strip them of this energy. Who the real High Priestess is. Who's you, okay? And that's why this High Priestess in reverse did all this stuff. They're winning all cost them. Because now, look where it is. Look where they're at, okay? There's nothing they can say. Because why? You have this Page of Swords energy. You have a thirst for knowledge, okay? You found new ways to communicate. They expose this High Priestess in reverse, all right? This person stalks you. They watch you. You have watchers, okay? These people watch. Their main goal is to make sure you don't know that they're watching you, okay? That's their main goal. But you already have seen it. You already have glitches. You already seen what these glitches in the Matrix. They've given them, it's like being into fucking Disney World, okay? And you see somebody like, you call the sign, and then the person responds by accident one way, and then they try to go back to the other way. We already caught you. We already know. We already have the evidence. We've seen it. So we have it on camera, okay? And here's the thing. 4 of Swords, you're just resting and relaxing. You're not fighting this. This is all going to play itself out, okay? Because at the end of the day, it begins with you being this Empress, ends with you being this Empress, and that's just the way it goes, okay? You are the Empress, High Priestess, Gangsta Magician. You are this Queen of Swords. You are the one who recovered from this painful ending. Now you're just resting and relaxing now. All right, we recovered from painful ending. Let's rest and relax, okay? That's what we tell them. Okay, would you like to relax after a painful ending? Where do you want us to go? What do we want to do? We're trying to relax. Rest and relax. Claw our energy back here. Just went through a painful ending over here, my friend. So let's do some these corrupt hypocrites, though. Being seen as High Priestess in reverse. They're done. This energy's finished. The old knowing High Priestess in reverse. The old time witch. They did so much work for so many people. They made a lot of money. This High Priestess in reverse. But it's all gone now. They lost it all. They lost the respect and they're being seen. They're going to be remembered as a corrupt hypocrite. Somebody who was willing to sell out children to benefit themselves. Because Death said he doesn't agree with this. And that's why they're done. Okay, so what's the angel numbers we have to worry about? Okay, so we have 22 here. That's a good number. Okay, it's about feminine forces. The real good ones, not this fucking negative one. While you have the strength to accomplish everything on your own, life is meant to be shared. That's why you got this King of Cups, okay? Partner with the right spirit, and together you'll become an unstoppable force. You were meant to be together, okay? You were split in half by Zeus when you were, because they knew that 2 together is too strong for humans, okay? That's why they split in half. Your souls have been searching for each other since. Believe it or don't believe it. It's up to you, okay? Honor your commitments and value the people around you. Avoid judgment and focus on listening to build meaningful connections. Avoid judgment. That's why we don't judge anybody. We don't care what you did, who you are, what you're into. We only care about who you are as a person. Avoid judgment and focus on listening to build meaningful. That's why we listen to everything, okay? We listen. We listen, because 44 is here. That means that's doubling up here. Blessing in disguise. So this whole thing was this painful ending. This 10 of swords in reverse. This was a blessing in disguise. That was supposed to be a painful ending for you. Now you transmuted it, and now death is here for this High Priestess in reverse. So whatever death spell they tried to put on you, this person has done death spells. They've actually succeeded in doing death spells for people. Like, you know, like they'd be behind the scenes, like wishing, like this is like a fucking witch doctor. Okay, challenges may lie ahead. Okay, but you have the strength to overcome them. You know you have the strength now. So whatever challenges come your way, you know you have the strength. It's not like you're good. You know it's going to work out for you. If you felt lost, know that the winds of change are now blowing in your favor. It's all changing, okay? This whole big shift here, okay? Though some things may fall apart, it takes some time, like, you know, things to build new things. Sometimes you gotta knock something down to build something new, okay? You're building the foundation for something better. That's why you use this 10 of Cups. This is why you have this foundation. Nothing can be knocked down. Okay, so stay strong and keep moving forward, okay? That's what 44 told me to tell you. Okay, because you got that feminine force. Okay, because 23, after 22. Okay, so this is all about endless cycles, charisma you have. You may find yourself repeatedly resisting certain truths. You may, but I don't think so anymore. Leading to feelings of exhaustion and limitation. That is when you keep letting it go, when you know something's happening, but you keep going against your intuition. Okay, it's time to decide to live authentically for yourself. Fuck these people. We don't care what you think. We don't care what you say. You don't matter to us. Whatever you do, it means nothing to us. You can't do nothing to us. We're too powerful. Okay, and you can stick it, brother, as that's what we tell them. By making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit. By making this change, because it's contagious, your consciousness. This is Christ consciousness. This is what they wanted to keep down. So that's why they destroyed this. But it's all coming back. This is how Jesus comes back. He doesn't come back as one person. He comes back as a whole bunch of us. Okay, what do you think? He's going to come back one person, take on the world? Stop it. Okay, by making this change, the world around you will begin. So it's one, Jesus comes back. It's one big energy and takes everybody out. Okay, by making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit. Breaking the cycle and fostering transformation. 23. Okay, and that's why 333 is here. Angel number. That's about support. Focus inward now. Perfect the skills you have. Everybody's got their own skill. Gangsta magician, he's the best at catching wands. That's what I do. You know what I mean? So, and you know, it's everybody's got to be good at something. Okay. Embrace your inner artist. Expressing yourself. Embrace your inner artist. It doesn't matter. That's just because you draw doesn't make you an artist. There's so many ways to be an artist. Expressing yourself will enhance your self-esteem and solidify your purpose. Expressing yourself will enhance your self-esteem because you don't give a fuck what anybody says. Your unique abilities can have a positive impact on your community. That's however you want to go with that. So why don't we just do the crystal of the day, call it a night. This is a good read. I enjoyed this read. This took a lot of energy out of the gangsta of the show, but it's all worth it for you. It's all worth it. Because I do it so fast, you know what I mean? Looks a lot of other people, they just do it like real slow. So yeah, see this, like I watch what other people have done. They're not on another level. They can't move as quickly as we can. The brain does not work as fast, but does take a lot of energy. Okay, so this wants to come out. What the hell is this? All right, so I just did this one not too long ago. No, we're not doing lepidolite again. Lepidolite, you're gonna stay to yourself here. I'm gonna just jump out. So what's gonna be the crystal of the day? What do we got here? Why don't we get some green Aberdeen? All right, phenetosite. I actually bought this one time. Phenetosite. Okay, I bought a bracelet like this. Pretty expensive too. All right, ascension, higher consciousness, light activation. We got the light code for you, 0010110. Okay, they're gonna ask you that eventually, and you're gonna say, oh yeah. They're gonna say, oh okay, now we know you're with us. Okay, but you have to remember that. Part of group 7, they tell me. Okay, so among the highest vibration crystals, this is phenacite. Maybe that's why you have it. You know, phenacite. Maybe we need the highest vibrational crystal. Okay, awakens the light body, awakens your light codes, expands spiritual awareness, and aligns you with divine truth. For your crown, okay, we have some crown chakra tea here too. All whatever it is, all signs. I never seen that one. It says all astrological signs. Fire element. I stand in divine light, guided by higher wisdom. Yes, you do. I stand in divine light, guided by higher wisdom. I just stand in divine light, guided by higher wisdom. Yes, you do, and that's why you're the best, and that's why they can never beat you. That's why you're the best in the world at what you do. Okay, and you're going to show these people once and for all who the best is. All right, so guys, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll check you later. You are the best. Okay, so peace be with you and also with you.